Hi everyone, I'm just going to give you a brief introduction to how Ukraine 2022 works. So here we have a few of our unit chits. For example, this one here is a BTR, a Russian breed BTR. On the top left we have the movement. The first number is the movement on a road, then the movement through fields or rough terrain, and then finally we have movement through woods or difficult terrain. On the top right we have the types of weapons and their ranges. So this has a B type weapon, which is kind of the second lowest, and then a 20-inch. The B has a 20-inch range, and the A type weapon, which is like a very small arm 7.62mm type weapon, has a 9-inch range. Bottom left we have the unit name, and the bottom right we have the situational awareness in this little circle, kind of like an eye. And that tells you how many detection checks a unit can make. And then in the middle on the left we have the unit's ID, and this will be used for issuing orders. And you can see infantry here, they only have one movement because they're not affected by different terrains. They can always move 4 inches. And you can see infantry also have a better situational awareness, so they can roll 3 detection checks when it comes time for them to make attacks. Here's a helicopter. We can see here it also has only one move value because helicopters also ignore terrain. Okay, so let's put these units around. Let's say we just have a BTR 80 here. Say it's in the open over here. We could, put it over there. Now, for example, say these infantry had been ordered to attack to the southeast. Now here's the different orders we can give. Say we're giving them this attack southeast order. Now usually we're going to nominate a direction to be north and say that this is north, then that would be west, this would be east, and this would be south. And so in this case, the infantry, if I just grab my laser pointer, starting from the center of the base, they could make an attack anywhere 90 degrees up until about there if they were attacking to the southeast. So they have a 90-degree field of fire for this, number 4, and this guy here as well, number 15. They have a 90-degree field of fire. So in this case, this N-Law wouldn't actually be able to attack this BTR 80 because it hasn't been issued the right kind of order, but this infantry here would be able to. So in this case, this infantry can't really do much against this BTR. It can certainly detect it, but if we say that, for example, instead we had issued a attack east order, you can see here, attack east would have probably been a better idea. That would allow us to have a line of sight. It looks a bit more like this. 90 degrees from there to there, and 90 degrees from here to here. So they could both easily attack in this direction. So, for example, if I was to do that, I'd need to first roll detection to actually see this BTR. And each one of these has a situational awareness of 3. And so it'd be quite easy for them to detect. So detection is quite simple. We have this little table here. We're infantry, and we're trying to attack a vehicle. And that says auto, which means we automatically detect the vehicle. So it's pretty easy. There's no real cover in the way. We draw a line directly from one unit to another unit, from center to center. And if there's any cover in the way. In fact, this bush and this kind of line of hedges could be considered cover. So we could say this one's in cover and this one's clear, because you can see out of cover without providing your target cover. So for this guy, we'll roll a detection. So he automatically detects it, so that's fine. So we'll put a little detected marker. And once something is detected, any other friendly unit can shoot at it. So I just put a little, I don't have the actual, I haven't printed out the actual markers for this, but I'll just put a little lock marker there. So the BTR is detected, and then the unit with the N-Law can then make an attack. Because the A-type weapon with this infantry with AKs can't actually do anything. If we look here, this is our attack table. There's our weapon type, A, against an IFV, which is the BTR, can't actually do anything. Whereas our N-Law has an H. If we look closely at that, it's got an H with a range of 3 to 9 inches, and the A as well, which is the AK-74s. So we want to make an attack against this BTR. If we look at H, we go across to IFV. It would usually be a 3+ to cause some kind of damage there, maybe destroy it. Now the in-law has a minimum range of 3 inches, so if this BTR was within 3 inches, we wouldn't be able to attack. But you can see it's actually outside that range. Now it would be up to the players if they thought this constituted cover or not for the BTR. I'd probably say it does constitute cover, because it's right in the line of sight there. So we'll say instead of 3+, it becomes 4+. So we need a 4 or higher. So we get a 5, so that BTR is destroyed. And you can put a little smoke marker or something like that to show that it's destroyed. And that's pretty much the system. It's pretty simple and effective, and the chaos really comes out when you start having larger groups of units and trying to make lots of different orders and hoping the right orders will come up at the right time. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. I'll probably do an example game at some point as well, just to show you a bit how it works, but hopefully that'll get you started.